Hey guys, this is Mr. Rasengun with Tactical Playground HQ, and we are here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia for the 2025 NRA's annual meetings and events at the Georgia World Congress Center. It's a 3-day event. It's going to be fantastic. Best part, it's $10 to get in, and if you're an NRA member, you get in for free. Can't beat that. Parking right across the street. This is my first time attending. It's usually in the great state of Texas. Come along with me and let's check out the show.
Yeah, there's a map inside of there.
So the cool part about things like this is it's a mini SHOT Show for the people who can't go to SHOT Show, because SHOT Show is for industry only. This is for all NRA members and open to the public, as it should be, because it's all about awareness of the Second Amendment, which we should all exercise. Springfield Armory used to be a big name in the industry from like an American company standpoint, but then they got bought up and the name got taken overseas, and I think it's owned, not a Turkish company, a Czech company. They still make great quality products. You know what's crazy? Some guns, older style guns that started charging would be reciprocating. So like the old FN Scars, this thing would come back every time you fired, and a lot of people are getting their thumbs jacked up. So like when they say non-reciprocating, that's a good thing. You could almost just take your thumb and drive it right there as well. Not sure it's gonna affect the functionality or any of that, but you get a, if you don't want to go over the top with a C-clamp, you just want somewhere to rest your thumb. Like my thumb just kind of naturally went there. You throw a little hand stop right there, get a little thumb action there. Tactically might be wrong, but for me it feels good. I feel manly with my man purse here. Got no swag in it though, because all the swag is right here, son. All right, so the Georgia World Congress Center, if you've never been here, is ginormous. They host everything from sporting events to a million different conventions, and it's truly 14 acres of OMG. And in here today, it is 14 acres of guns and gear. And there's actually a couple cigar places, and I've seen even some whiskey. So I wonder if they're doing any taste tests. It would be nice. Truly nothing more American, I think, than a good old lever action. Henry is very much well known for their lever actions. And there's been a trend in the industry of making everything a tactical lever action. Threaded barrel, throw a can on there, put M-lock on there, and the lady behind you is giving you the stink eye. I'm kidding. So the Homesteader magazine fed, I think they've got more than one type of magazine option. Looks like Glock. Glock is definitely one of them. Let's see if it's on the other side. Nope, those are all levers. Those are... Didn't know Henry did single shots. Yep, single shot. Shotguns, which, like, I don't know, like, if you're into that kind of thing, I want 27 shots, right? Give me a drum mag. Don't give me one bullet. But if you're turkey hunting, I guess, you're only going to get one shot before they take off. As you can see, there's a multitude of vendors. You've got Henry that does lever actions and rifles in general, and then you've got Hornady right here, which is all ammunition. And right next to that, the oldest of all, I think, gun companies in the world is Betta. Betta goes back to like the 1600s, maybe the late 1500s, as a firearms manufacturer, which is absolutely bananas to me. Ooh, Betta shooting team. So JJ just showed us his signature series gun, which looks amazing, and you see the cut in for the optics cut, how deep it is. So that's going to be a very exciting piece to pick up and give a try. The 92 is, if you will, let's say an older gun. Models, versions of this were used in the military. They were later replaced with the SIG 320 that doesn't shoot you in the leg, or so we're told. Something, if you've never seen this, so there's a gentleman that does some really extreme custom work on these Betta handguns, and his name on Instagram, his company is Blackbeard's Customs. And so looking at it, everything's pirate themed, old ship themed. So this looks like a rusted out old ship. That's all custom done through Cerakote, and the process to create that is not easy because Cerakote is one color. He's using multiple colors here, and the application is not simply just spray on. He uses different tools, but then you can also see that there's porting in the barrel. So all of this is done. So if you wanted to have your gun customized by Blackbeard, you would send it to them, and then they would fully kit it out, including the custom grips, trigger job, the whole nine. It's a little pricey, but for what you get, it's an amazing setup. And then you have the option of just straight up buying the gun from their site. Expect a little bit of a lead time because it is super custom. I can tell you from a personal standpoint, working in a Cerakote shop, getting that look, very difficult. A little plug for us at Second Caliber, we just did a gun just like that on a Betta. I say just like that. It doesn't look nearly as perfect as this one. He's been doing this forever. It was maybe our second or third attempt. We posted on Instagram. Blackbeard Customs reached out to us and told us that, hey, that's actually the closest looking thing to what I do. Big up. So getting props by the master, pretty amazing thing. And for him to score a deal with actual Betta is pretty impressive onto itself. One of the weapon systems that Betta is really well known for are their shotguns. So this is the 1301, and it's done up by Langden Tactical. Langden Tactical is out of Arizona. I believe it's Eric Langden. He's got an entire setup business on making your gun run 1,000 times better. As long as you're a good shooter, don't forget your fundamentals. But they change out the forend, the grips on it. You get bigger charging handle, if you will, for the shotgun, and large safeties and whatnot. And it just trigger jobs, all that. And all those things you can go to their website for. They do, Langden Tactical also does work on their 92s and their PX4. Some people look at the PX4 and go, what is that? And it's a funny looking gun, but for what it is, it's better than a Glock. So don't be scared to try it out. As I dog on Glock, I have several Glocks. I actually love my Glocks. But not everything has to be a Glock. As you can see, we've got some full custom Cerakote work on here. This is called the oh, now I forgot. It's like an anime cell shading style, Borderlands. So they call this the Borderlands Cerakote job, done by How Arms. How Arms is big in the industry. They do a fantastic job on their Cerakote work, and they've done a lot of work with Betta, especially on their limited edition Cerakoted things. This right here is the APX A1. It's their full size, really nice handgun. This one comes with a threaded barrel. Let's feel the trigger on this one. So pre-travel, not much at all, which I like. Not a lot of creep. There it is. And then a solid break at the end. Reset's a little light. I do like having a trigger that pushes out a little bit more, a little forced reset, if you will. But if you got a good gunsmith, you can always get them to do some trigger work on there for you. This is another one of their shotgun lines. It's the A300 Ultima Patrol, and it's a lesser version, if you will, or a lesser expensive than the 1301. 1301 is super amazing. The 300 Ultima came out a little bit afterwards, so there's some enhancements and upgrades to it that 1301 didn't have that would help run this faster and more reliable. I mean, for $1,000 for a shotgun that runs, you know, almost as good as a Benelli M4, half the price, and probably more features because it's a newer setup, totally worth it. One of the cool parts about coming to these events is, like, you'll come across celebrities, if you will. So we just talked to JJ Rakaza, who is a multi-time national world champion, and he was as genuine in the interview as he was off camera. And that's the gun community. I've been to SHOT Show a couple times. I've been to a couple of these conventions, and I've met so many famous people between gun tubers, competition shooters, even like the guys that own these companies, and they love talking to people. It's not like going to Dragon Con where you wait in line to spend $40 to get a selfie, which is the most ridiculous thing. Dragon Con, take notes, all right? You guys are not worth $40 to get a picture with, okay? All right, just throwing that out there. Events like these have to be more than one day because you couldn't fit all of this craziness into one day. It's like going to Epcot for grown-ups who like guns. And you'll spend like literally one day in one hall or one section, and then the next day you'll go to another section. That way you can hit every single booth, see everything it has to offer. Because they'll have small things in here that, like if you're only coming to look at the big names like FN, Glock, Aimpoint, or whomever, you'll miss out on some of the small businesses that are doing big things in the 2A community. And I think some people get lost on that. It's like, you know, we got new stuff happening and innovation coming out more so in these small companies than in giant corporation run, you know, again, you know, you look at Glock. I love Glock. I keep talking smack about them, but you don't see them coming out with new innovative things. And it's not that they have to either, but it is nice to see innovation in industry, you know, that dates as far back as the 1500s, 1400s, when, you know, guns were first being utilized. You know, by now we were hoping for homing missiles and laser guns by 2025, according to every futuristic movie we saw in the 80s. Now it's just not happening. It's like, hey, look at this blowback design gun. Cool, awesome. If you haven't heard of ACE, they are the virtual reality pistol training simulator. Super addictive. What's great is the handsets that they use are lifelike. So if you have a Staccato, you can get a Staccato handset. If you have a SIG, you can get a SIG handset. They offer multiple handsets that you can use, and it's compatible with the Meta Quest. So today what they're doing is they're having a little bit of friendly competition. There's a leaderboard up there. Obviously the top two are their actual pro shooters. So the SIG shooting team is here. We're going to go meet them in just a second, but we're going to have some fun with the Ace VR booth. They're giving away prizes for the top scorers. So we're going to try our luck.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 6-hour booth. We hope you get a chance to meet Tom Sinek there in the NRA booth. Also, one thing I haven't mentioned, I've mentioned something I've mentioned hunting, electro-optics, all of our stuff, but what I haven't mentioned is the first time in 6 hours history at the NRA show.
Oh, damn it.
So I recommend working all the way left
Left to right. Yes, sir.
You got one more shot.
And I mean everything. We have NRA show specials on firearms. We have shirts, hats, accessories, anything you want, even classes. We'll sign you up for a class at the 6-Hour Academy in New Hampshire. You can purchase a firearm at an NRA special rate, probably lower than you're going to find anywhere else right here. We'll drop ship to your FFA, your dealer. I guarantee we have it on the site. They're right over here across the booth from us.
Still terrible. All good. I'll come back. Johnny win here today. The man, the myth, the legend. We're trying to get top 10. Obviously, we want to get either 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Okay, top 20, not bad. I'm going to come back and do better. I don't practice as much as I should. But my buddy here, David, he got into it. I had seen it online, didn't care for it. So right now, David's got the #1 position. He is the high scorer. How's it feel to be #1, baby?
Johnny, win it! It's actually first place.
We're at the O-Site booth, and they've got a pretty cool competition going on. It's not about speed, it's about trigger control and maintaining your weapon on site and not doing this, shooting low left. So you get 20 seconds to get 15 shots off, and it's going to measure how much that muzzle moves as you're firing. High score gets some cool prizes. Right now, one of our guys, second place. Let's go.
189 hurt. They're all 99 and go not the score. Go, go, go. I'm gonna go for score. He's next, and then I guess the
I won first place. The grand prize was this light. Not really. I got a 92.6. Calm, what'd you get?
93.7, I think.
He got 93.7. He totally cheated. I felt him kick my leg while I was trying to shoot. I don't know what his deal is. But no, 92.6. I don't know what that means. I feel like I did all right. How did Johnny Wynn do? Did he do better than 92.6?
He got 98.
Did you? No. Yeah, liar.
I got 91.
Today just barely scratches the surface of what's available here. 14 acres of guns, and we got maybe about 5% of what's here. So if you want to see the next one, you got to show up to NRA show. We had a great time. Hope you had a great time too.